Good morning. You can tell it's cold because I'm wearing a beanie. Got these Mallards wear beanies, so if you guys want one, I'll got a link in the description. But it's cold. It's like 18 degrees is what my truck said. I'm getting filled up with gas and heading out to the marsh. It's been really windy, so I'm hopeful that the water in the marsh is not frozen up. My plan right now is bringing a dozen flocked head live series Mallards in final approach, one spinner, a sled, and my blind bag. That's all I'm bringing. Oh, and a gun. But packing light, small spread, and I'm ready to bust a hole in the ice if I need to. So we'll see how this goes. It's cold. It's windy. Hopefully some birds moved. I heard reports coming in from a lot of people last night saying that birds moved in last night, like in the evening time. So we'll give it a go and hopefully shoot a few mallards this morning. It'd be fun if we had to bust some ice and it works out. But yeah, I remember my marsh stool too. Cool. Yeah, we're sitting in a marsh stool today. It's time to go. My absolute favorite thing happened today. I'm the only one at the marsh so far. We got the sled. Man, this light's really bright. I'm trying to pack. I normally have a light that I put on my camera, but I said not today. But we got the sled here. And inside the sled I got a jacket, hand warmer, my gun. Then we also got the pretty decoys that I'm bringing. So only a dozen of those. So just trying to be pretty minimal today, and hopefully that works out. But we got to get going. I bet we got some ice to chop. If you guys want to talk about a textbook decoy spread, this is it. This is reminded me of 5 years ago when I only had a dozen decoys. I had to borrow a spinner to go hunt. That was a heck of a walk, but fortunately, we've got open water. My assumption was true. I think the wind kept this open. There was ice around the edges of the marsh. Once I got out here into the middle, wide open water, got good wind. I hand set every decoy in the water so there's no water freezing on top of them. If the ducks are here, this should suck them in. I kind of wish I brought my motion ducks, but I was trying to pack light and I was like, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of wind. It probably won't make that big of a difference. So I'm gonna just tuck back up here in this grass on my marsh stool and wait for these ducks. Guys, it's about like 10 minutes till shooting time, and a giant group of ducks just flew right over. I don't know where they're going. They didn't come into the marsh, but I've just got a feeling, man. I've got a feeling this will be a hunt to remember. We'll see though. Here they come. That was bad. We will forget that happened. I lost my footing, guys. Shoot. I didn't take my call out of my mouth. Oh my gosh, that was embarrassing. Well, worked in a group of mallards, swing and a miss. I'm trying to take them over here in front of the decoys because there's a lot of ice behind me and I don't want to fight through that this morning. That's cool. It worked right in with that Drake mallard call. Let's see if we can entice a few more to come play. That was embarrassing. That was horrible. Everything was wrong there. Okay, kids, don't try and shoot while you got one of these little whistle calls in your mouth. Doesn't work very good. Hits the stock. me a second chance. Here they come. I'm gonna shoot them as they come over. I think those are the shots I'm gonna have to take today. Unless I think I might scoot over there. They might be picking me out. This cover right here is not the greatest, but like 10 yards that way it is. Let's go pick up our duck and wade through all this ice to get it. Oh. Mallards, bro. Messed them up. Well, just picked up greenhead number 1 for the day. I'm gonna move and sit in a different spot. My hide just isn't right. Maybe I'll throw on that other camo pattern. That might help too, but definitely lots of birds flying, lots of big groups of mallards. We got migrators in, and this is a blast. So let's have some fun. Well, that sucks. My hide is horrible. I got a fun walk. There he is. Right there. Made me work for it. That's a beaut. That's a mounter. Holy crap. I must have just nicked it just right. My hide sucks, so gotta address that. Might be easier to just pick up the decoys and move. That was exactly what I told myself not to do. Take a farther shot and sail a bird across the marsh. I think my hide just sucks. And these birds don't want to be all up in my business. So, still got some time here. So I think I could, if I could just walk across and find a better hide, I'm going to do that. But if I have to go move all the decoys and whatever, then that's how it's going to be. But it's just tough. I wish I had my kayak. I really do. I just didn't know what ice conditions would be like today and the wind conditions and all that stuff. But 2 greenheads now. This dude was just laying there dead. Stoned. I must have been lucky, I guess, but I expected it to be a little bit harder to find that bird, but just laying there. So we'll get buttoned up and hopefully find a better hide and start shooting the birds as they come back from the corn. And that's a wrap for today. It's Christmas Eve, so I gotta get going. I got stuff to do. I'd love to sit in that marsh all day and finish out my mallard limit, but ended the day with just 2 greenheads. I had my fair share of opportunities, so I definitely 100% could have shot more birds, but I was being a purist today, which is becoming more and more of a habit of mine. Is like, I don't want to shoot them as they're crossing over top at 20 yards. I want them feet down, finishing into the decoys. And so when you start doing that, you get hunts like this where they don't commit and you miss your shooting opportunities, and then you only end with 2 birds. But still, not a bad hunt. I had a blast. This morning was really cool, just watching all the birds coming in the marsh, and it was fun. And I'm really happy that the ice was not very thick and it wasn't completely iced over. So I just had to walk through a bunch of ice to get to an open hole this morning. Here's the birds. Couple stud greenheads. Atlantic flyway, this would be a mallard limit. But hey, can't complain. These decoys sure did look good on the water. I don't know if they made a big difference. I honestly think that my hide was garbage. I love using my kayak in this marsh because I'm able to hide in those kind of tough hides with that kayak. So I was going to take the kayak today, but I didn't know like what the ice conditions would be like. It was supposed to be really windy. It's kind of windy, but you know, it was probably a good decision for me to just leave the kayak at home today. I could have probably used it, but I'd say leaving it at home was probably a good decision for today. But I think within the next week or so, we won't be having to deal with a whole lot of ice, so that kayak might come out again. But nonetheless, 2 greenheads, pretty looking decoys, nice little open hole in the marsh. Hey, can't complain. It was a fun hunt. I just wish I could have shot a little more. That first bird, I had the whistle call in my mouth. It was sticking out the right side, and I was drake whistling, and I decided to shoot, and I forgot I had that thing in my mouth. So I hit the call with the butt of my gun, pulling over the shoulder, and that just completely screwed me up. So it is what it is. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It means a lot when you guys do that. You guys can follow me on my social media. I've got Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. So be sure to follow me on there and stay up to date with what's going on. But that's all I've got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys all had a good Christmas. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.